Hi everyone, welcome to Connect Drive Technologies. Today I am going to explain one of the important interview question as well as one of the important concept in our accounts receivable model. So that is auto invoice import. Okay, so whenever we are giving the interview from the AR side, so without this maximum, most of the interviews they may not close our interview discussion. So in this case, I will explain what is the important and how we can load the data into our application, what are the prerequisites setups it required, and some other information also I will explain over the session. So please listen very carefully. This is very important. So usually this process I will explain to my students along with the integration, but integration I couldn't able to explain at this moment over the YouTube. So because there we have a lot of configuration, it will be involved like mapping sheet, functional specification documents, and then requirement how it will start, what kind of fields we should gather from the third party application, and then from there how we can map it. So overall involved, and what is the main responsibility from our functional side, what activity you need to do. There are a lot of things it will be there. It's almost 3 to 4 hours session, so that I cannot able to do over the YouTube. Okay, so that's the reason why I thought to explain one single process to load the invoices by using this BDA template, so that people might aware what and all we need to do from AR import auto invoice related config and so that's where I'm doing this YouTube video. This is very important, guys. So whenever you are working for an implementation project, okay, so if you're in a 4 to 5 is candidate, so you have to work on this activity for a open transaction migration purpose. So your senior consultant or lead, they will not involve to load this open transactions, AR open invoices. So this activity is done by completely you guys only. So it is very typical. We will get a lot of errors by loading in the real time mode. But here I will show you the very in detail explanation about the basic flow only. If you know this, if you practice in detail with thoroughly, yeah, definitely you can able to load your client to open transaction in the real time mode. And another thing, whenever we are doing the integration to our AR model from our billing system to AR, right? So if you see here we have a Prism ERP. So this is one of the third party application for one of our customer. He is doing the integration from Prism ERP to our Fusion AR model. So in this case, the initial testing, what are the Prism ERP is having, right? That AR related billing invoice related fields and all that will provided by the client. That fields you should populate in our import auto invoice import template. Then you have to test it. So whenever you are doing any integration to our Oracle Fusion, the initial testing you should do by using the auto invoice template only. So please keep in mind, it is very important in our real time mode. Okay, so I will give the very brief what setups you need to do, what are the uh, key setups we have to focus on that. I will explain very in detail. Please listen very carefully. Okay, so yeah, so let's get started here. So when it comes to the topic, yes, as I am already informed, so auto invoice import to load our AR transactions or else AR open receivables, AR invoices, whatever it may be. So in this case, the basic configuration specific to this main thing would be the very first, our AR accounts receivable related basic configuration should be completed in our application. Okay, so mainly our AR basic configuration should be completed. That means you have to complete all this configuration. So till transaction creation, okay, it should be created here. Okay, so all the basic configuration it should be there. Then after that, specific to auto invoice import purpose, we need this information and other details also, but these are the very key setups here. So business unit, it's already there in our application. I'm going to create two transactions type. invoice and credit memo. So at this moment, this video, I am going to show you only invoice process. For credit memo, again it will take time, so that I will show you in a separate video. Next, transaction source. This is the source which I am going to create, because I am getting the billing invoices from Prism ERP, and we have a payment terms. So this is the payment term which is available in our application, and he is the customer, KNR Constructions Limited. Just assume it. Next, we GL level and then AR level, the period should be open, and we need to create a DFF here. So please see here. Okay, so these DFFs are very very important, guys. So the reason, in our Oracle Fusion AR, specific to this FBDI loading, auto invoice import, without DFF or import auto invoice, it won't work. Okay, auto invoice import, it won't work without you are creating the any line level DFF. Minimum one DFF should be mandatory. The reason, we are linking the between our header level information, line level information while loading the data. So that is the purpose. We should always create the our line level DFF whenever you are loading the AR open invoices or any billing system related anything. So AR line level, transaction line level, you should create a DFF, then only it will work. So that's where it is very very important. Okay. So now let's go and create some setups here. Then after that we can prepare a FBDA template file. Then we can load it. Okay. So first we'll go and check the configuration. So this is my demo instance which I'm going to use for loading purpose. Go to setup and maintenance. So just check the business unit. Go to enterprise structure. So manage business unit. Sorry, this is the B. Okay. So my business unit, it's already there. So here, okay. So BU unit we need. Anyway, I'll show you while loading. The next one, transaction types. So transaction types are not created. So let's go and create it now. Just click on create. So use the common setup, common set, sorry. Next we can use the Prism invoice. Sorry, legal entity not required. So Prism invoice description. So here invoice class is invoice, subclass not required. It's a open invoice. So put the same date. It's a positive side. So generatable yes. Rate memo application rule set. You can put in a pro rate all. So allow open invoice post to ledger. So you can put the allow natural application. These important fields also very very important, guys. Okay. Now just click on add here. Try to select our view. Okay. So we already configured our auto counting rule with the help of RA. That's where this entire combination, it will get updated automatically. Okay. Just click on OK. So this is my invoice number. There is no space. Class, transaction status, date, positive sign, generate bill, yes, application rule set. Okay. Open receivable, post to GL, allow our application. Okay. So just click on save, create another. So again, I'm creating another invoice. It's a credit memo, or else while doing the credit memo loading, I will show you guys so that it will be very clear. So let's cancel this. So the transaction type, it's already created, guys. Okay, so we just created this transaction type we are going to use for our loading purpose. Just click on done. Next we have to create transaction source. So this is a source. It's a Prism ERP. Just click on create, select common set. So this is my source name, description. So here you have to select import. Okay. So here I'm not going to generate this accounting, I mean to say transaction numbering here. So because I'm getting the invoices from Prism ERP to our Fusion System AR model, So that number it will be generated within the third party application itself. The same I am going to bring and I will load into the Aura Fusion AR model. So that's where I am not selecting this. If in case you are using the document sequence, and if you are doing the with the help of document sequence and generating the transaction numbers, at that time you can give some dummy number and you can enable this. Okay, if you are using the document sequence, then you have to use this number. You can give some number, so it will be copy the document number automatically to the transaction number. Okay, so this is not required now. We are not doing this. So next, duplicate transaction numbers we are not allowing. So if you want to use the any reference attributes to capture that information, sales order information or something else, you can use this. Next here, so when you select this import process, so here we have a lot of controls. So how you want pass your sales credit information like sales person name, whether you are passing the sales person number or ID, sales credit type or sales credit amount or percentage, even the customer information. So sometimes what it will happen, you will pass the ID. That ID it will convert it as a name in the front end once the invoice is imported to our Fusion AR model. So from your source system, you may pass the ID, but that ID it will convert it automatically to our actual customer in the Fusion AR model. But in the third part application, what customers master data we have, the same we should maintain in our Fusion application also. Then only it will happen. So like that all. So bill to customer, whether you are passing the ID, ship to customer, you are passing the ID, sold to customer, you are passing or value or ID. Accounting also same. So how you are passing your invoicing rule and revenue recognition rule, accounting flexible payment terms, revenue allocation rules, some miscellaneous transaction type. So these things under okay. So we will give as it is same, we are not going to change at all. But if you have any specific requirement in your project to pass IDs instead of values, you can update that. Then accordingly that ID you need to pass in your import auto invoice import everyday template, then only it will work. Okay, so give this start date as a today date. Okay, so the next one, standard transaction type, if you want you can specify. We have a prism invoice, credit memo not required. Okay. Yeah, so that's it guys. So we have to create this information. Just click on a save and close. Okay, click on that. So payment term it's already there. We can use the existing payment terms only. Apply a filter. What? Or else we can use this immediately seeded one. Anything should be fine. Okay. Check common set is there. Even our Kubota set also it is there. So we can use the seeded one guys. I think somewhere maybe missed. It should be there. Okay. So after that customer, this customer also it's there already. Okay, so we just go and use that. Go to manage customers. So KNR constructions. Okay, So this customer is already created. So this is normal customer guys. How you created accordingly you can set up. So there is no specific setups and all I didn't done here. Okay. Or bill to ship to it's there already. Okay. So the next one. So periods. So GL and AR periods. I think it's already open. So anyway, let's go and check in the direct GL model. Such a GL period April. Receivable period April. This is also open. Okay. So the next one. DFF we need to create guys. Let's go and create. So as I mentioned, so here we have a customer. They are creating the some orders by using the Salesforce CPQ IDs. By using that their web portal, that Prism ERP, it will create that CPQ codes. So that Salesforce related CPQ codes they want to transfer to our AR model for a reporting purpose as well as some reference purpose. So in this case, we have no options to add this information in our respective AR screen. So that's where we are going to create line level DFF like SFDC CPQ ID and invoice number, which invoice is created, and then revenue started. They will use it for reporting purpose and revenue recognition level or else Rev Pro level somewhere we have it. Okay. So now let's go and create this DFF. Go to setup and maintenance. So manage descriptive flex fields. Click on create. So query the line transactions name transaction. Okay, yeah, it is come. So it's a line transaction. Just click on edit. Sorry, interface lines. Okay. So just go to manage context value. 1 minute. One minute, guys. Just okay. Just click on manage context value. Click on create. So now first we have to create a context value. So we are getting the data from our source called Prism ERP, right? So from this Prism ERP, we are getting the data. That Prism ERP related DFF we have to capture additional information. So for that we can use this context value as the same name. So once you click on save here, then only this creation option will be enabled. Click on save. Now here you can create that context value related segments for these three. Okay. So provide the name, description, and then a CPQ, code ID, API name. This API name we will use it for integration and reporting. So here we can use this value set code, FND flex field upgrade format only. So here if you click on value set view, it is created format value set format only. That means what are the format which we are inputting, so the same it will accept by the system. Okay, up to 30 characteristics. So you can make it as a mandatory. So this display size you can give 10, height you can give 5. Okay, so that's it. So this is our first DFF CPQ code ID, CPQ ID, sorry. Click on save and close. Again click on create. So the next one, invoice number, character. So this attributes we have to give to our technical team or integration to, it's our integration team to do the mapping under. Okay, this DFF information we should share to our technical team when you are doing the integration for mapping under. So I'm using the same value set only, because what are the format which we are specifying, system it will accept automatically. And these sequence, if you are creating 10, 20 DFFs, so you can amend these sequence names. Okay, it is possible. So, but the sequence what how you are providing accordingly, that sequence it will visible in our front end line level DFF. Display size is a 10, it's a 5. Okay, just click on a save and close. Sorry, you should make it as a mandate. Anyway, look, I did it here. Just click on save. So this is our context value. These are the DFF. Just click on save and close. Click on save and close, save and close, deploy it. So the moment you create any DFF, you have to do the deployment guys. Then only the changes it will be impacted. It will take time. Okay. It is taking time to deploy the flex fields. Okay. Let's see. So this concept is very, very important guys. So if you are involving the AR integration, this loading process you should aware. So our senior consultants, leads and all, they will not involve. So please prepare, please practice this. How much time, how many times you want to load it, you can load it, so that you will get a hands-on experience. Okay, because it's a bit typical compared to other FBDA templates. So the data it will go on stuck in the interface level from there only. If any issues are identified a system, it will stop there itself. Then you have to correct each and every record again. You can reprocess it, and we have an option to do it from interface also, but it's a time taking process. That way most of the people they don't like to take this activity when you are there in a implementation project. Simply they will push into our queue, because we are the juniors, we are the I mean to say you guys are the juniors, you have less experience, so that you can able to do yourself by doing the trial and error, like that they will push it to your queue. Okay, so that's why you can learn this. It is very useful for you. Just click on done. So the next one, so the basic configuration which we want, that is done as specific to our import auto invoice or else auto invoice import purpose. So now what I'm going to do is, we have to download the everyday template, that you can download it and we can prepare that template and we can load it. Okay, so the next one, So go to docs.oracle.com. Go to financials. So this is a navigation. Go to all books and scroll down. So here we have a implementation section. So here we can have a file based data import for financials. You can select this and go to AR1 15th one, receivable one. So that is the first one. This is our template. So from here we can get it download from the docs.archive.com. Okay. So here this is an XLSM template. By using this we can load the data. If you are doing the UCM, this is a UCM account you have to select. From there you can import it, or else you are directly loading the by using the load interface file for import from the schedule process. This is the job you have to select. And if you want to get to know the all the fields information which are there under our import AR interface lines are, so these are the table names, it will be available. You can go and refer it. So whenever your technical team is asked, or else you want to know about foreign keys, index keys and all, so we have an options to get it from here itself. Okay, most of the technical people they might aware all of those things, but if you want to know about the fields and columns, this is a place where you can find easily. Okay, I'm just giving an I mean the tip where we can found these column names and all from the back end, which is very helpful to you while you are doing the mapping to get this information. Okay, now just click on download this. It will download the template. Okay, so that what you need to do, you can copy it and you can put it in a separate folder. So let me cut this. So I just cut that and I created one folder. I pasted here. So, okay, just open it. Just click on enable editing. Okay, so this is the file which we downloaded from the Oracle. So here we have a lot of seeded data. Okay, so this seeded data and all, it's not required for us. Okay, so we can simply put one record. If you want to know which field, which data we want to populate, you can put a one record for your reference purpose. The rest of the information you can delete it. Do it from the distribution also. Okay, you can delete this seeded data, sample data which was provided by Oracle. And we are not going to do the any sales credits related information. You can delete completely this sheet. And contingency also, this we will use at the time of recognition, revenue recognition for specific lines. Okay, so now, so the moment when you are doing the open invoice loading or initial testing, the very first, always you have to download the fresh template from the docs.oracle.com. Okay, so you can download the your respective sheet from the docs.oracle.com. So if you see here, it's a 25B. So we are in a month of April month. Okay, so it's a second quarter. That is the reason why it's a latest template which I downloaded now. So in your case also same guys, whenever you are loading the any open invoices, any open transactions specific to this AR model or some other model, you always download the latest template from the docs.oracle.com. Check the version what it is there here. Then only we can download that respective template and you can use it, because lot of bugs fixes it was done by the Oracle on a quarterly basis. If you use the old template, it may not load the data. Simply you are wasting your time by attempting the multiple tests while loading the data, while loading the records into application, if you use the any old template. So that is the reason why you always use the latest template which was provided by the Oracle from the docs.oracle.com. Check the version one or two times and then you can confirm and you can download that sheet, and that you can use it for your loading, so that it is very easy to load the data and we will not get any data related or any fields related information, because within this field system, I mean that Oracle also they may use this, some additional fields they may add it in the template. So here we have a releases. So earlier they will give the note what and all we updated in the which releases and all, but not there, but they are not providing now, I think. Okay, that should be fine. So that you can keep in mind. Another thing would be the moment you downloaded and open the sheet, first you can unhide the columns. This is the first and foremost important point you have to do, because some fields may be mandatory fields will be there. See here the BU identifier it is there. It is not visible before we are doing the unhide columns. So, and like that, lot of fields it may be there in the backend. You may forget to update the fields. You simply convert the zip file and you will load it. Once the data is loaded into the interface, then at the time it will be stopped. So and so field, so and so data is missing or it is a null value, like that it will throw the error message. So in this case, you always unhide the columns. Once you populate the information, you don't want any columns and all, you can hide it yourself. But you cannot use the direct fields, sorry, direct template which you downloaded without doing this activity. Okay. So I'm doing from both distributions as well as the invoices. Okay. So now, so we have to populate the data one by one. So we need the business unit ID. Okay. So here, whenever you are populating any fields in the FBDA template, so here you can put the cursor. We have a notes what data you need to provide from where you need to get it. So I want to get it the business unit identifier. That means BUID. So from where you need to get. So here we have a crystal clear in detail navigation will be there. So where you have to go, what you need to do, and it will be there. You can get it. So like that. Here we have a BU number, and at the same time we have a transaction source where you need to get it, transaction name where you need to get it, payment term, date, and here also date we have a format, guys. So always a BDA template, it should work the YYMMDD format. If you give other than this format, it will stop. It won't accept. And this transaction type, how many characteristics it will accept, that is also it will be there here. So don't give the blindly, don't create blindly in your front end. Up to 20 characteristics varchar, 20 characteristics only. This transaction type it will accept. So do you know how we can calculate this count? So if you go here, you can specify your name. So here we have a SEL count 7 characteristics. So if you still want to know that, just click on a count here. It will show just 7. Okay. So that is the way you can identify the count. So here up to 20 characteristics it will accept. So like that, each and every column fields name it will given by Oracle in detail. You referred it, what data I need to provide, from where I need to get it under. It is very easy to populate the data. You need not to ask anyone. You need not to depend on anyone. Okay. Next. Okay. So let's fill the data one by one. So let's go to application. Go to manage business unit. Go to organization structure. This is my business unit name. So Kuboto. It's our BU. Okay. So this is our ID. So how you need to get this ID? So just uncheck this. You may see when you land to this page first time, it will be look like this. So to see the BU ID, select this, go to view, columns, select this BU ID. It will be visible. Okay. So just copy this. So the moment you copy this, you can paste it in the notepad. Don't copy directly in our template. Don't copy this. Okay. By copying this directly, you don't paste here like this. Okay. Because sometimes it may be what it will happen. You may paste the with space, without space, like that it will be there. Okay. So just copy this. Okay. So this is the txt format or number format it will accept. Next, sorry, we can use the second record. Okay. Just copy. So that is sample record, right? We can use this and get the BU ID, BU name. So it is there here only. If you have space and all, you just edit it, copy the same name. Transaction source we already created. So this is the one. or else if you want to get it from the application, you can get it. That is also simple only. What is the task name? Manage transaction source. It should be imported, the type, okay? Then only it will work, otherwise it won't work. Transaction type we already created. This is the transaction type, Prism invoice. Payment terms, it's there already. It is there, guys. I don't know why it is not showing earlier. So let's use the Kubota one. Okay, earlier we used immediately under. It is there, I already created it. So, but okay, finally we found it. So let me update this. Okay. So just copy this payment term, custom one. So the next one we have a transaction date. You can give today date. So it's a 2025 04 24. Okay. It's a YY MMDD format. Okay. YY MMDD format. So year, month, date. Accounting date also same. So transaction number you can specify, depends on your requirement. It's a INV PRM Prism 2025 100. Okay, this is my invoice number. Okay, so I use the short word Prism. So here we have a bill to customers and ship to customer we have to provide. Okay, so in this case we have a specific column names. There only we can populate these customers. Okay. This. So these two columns we have to populate. So rest of the columns is not required, guys. Okay. Else we'll use the green color. Okay. So these two column names we have to populate. Okay. So that is bill to customer account number, customer site, ship to customer account number, site. Okay. This is the one only, not this one. So party, sorry, I got confused. Okay. So these, how we can get it, this bill to customer account number, ship to customer. Okay. Let me show you that. So now go to your application, go to home, go to manage customers, receivables, manage customers from quick action. So who's the customer for us? It's a KNR constructions. Let's query the KNR construction. So it's a very good customer, guys. So he's doing all national highways and the latest one project is going on from Vijayawada to Bangalore Greenfield Highway. So he's only doing it is near to our hometown. It is very big client. Okay. So okay. So if we go here, we have a account number. You can copy it. Sorry, where it is. Second record and site number. So this is very big customer, guys. Okay. So he's belongs to Andhra something. Okay. With his name only started his business. Narasimha something. Is there? Okay, that should be fine. He is a founder, but they build very big projects and they will take. Okay, that should be fine. Just for our idea, I just given that. Okay, so see here. So this particular, okay, so bill to contact number and then bill to customer site number, bill to customer account number, site number. The same I'm going to give for my ship to also. Okay, so bill to ship to both are same. That is the reason why I'm using the same name and number. Okay, so then after that we have a line information. Okay, so we can specify the line details. So what is our ERP? It's a Prism ERP, right? So Prism ERP billing invoice. This is my description. Currency is USD only. Conversion rate type, we can use corporate or else something others. Okay, we'll use the which one we can pause it. Corporate we can use it. Okay? So date you can give today date 2025 04 April month, 24 is the April 24. So if you are loading the other than your ledger currency like the foreign currency transaction, then only you can provide your conversion rate. Otherwise it is not required to populate this conversion rate, but you should populate this conversion date and this conversion rate type. So these things are mandatory. Only the rate is optional if you are not doing the if you are not doing the other than foreign currency. Otherwise if you are doing the foreign currency transactions loading, it's a mandatory. Next, a transaction line amount you can specify. Let's give 95,000. The quantity is 1. Unit price also same. Okay, so one one quantity into 1 unit price, it's a line total amount it will come. Okay, so sequence is bit confused here, but while we are booking the transaction, one quantity multiply with the unit selling price, the total line amount it is coming. Okay, so that's where we can update this. It's the same only. So then another part here, it's a very important. Okay, so we have a or context values. We created 3DFF, right? Okay. So if you see what are the DFF values, the context value which you created, that information you have to populate it. Okay. So I'll show you from where you need to get. So here we have a in detail, the navigation path is there. Okay. But this is wrong guys actually. Okay. So I'm highlighting this. This is wrong. So the name is not a invoice line. It's a transaction line. Okay. So the name it is showing it's a wrong actually. Okay. The Oracle they may updated wrongly. I'll show you that in the application. So go to just copy the task name. It's a DFF values we have to populate here actually. Okay. Go to setup and maintenance. Click on manage this disable descriptive flex fields. So if we see where it is, this is also right. Yeah. So the name it is saying invoice line. It's actually wrong only. Okay. This is a wrong one. So I will show you invoice line if you give name. It's a RA customer TRX transaction line. So here we didn't create anything. Okay. So that is not the correct one actually. Okay. So it's a wrong actually. So you shouldn't create here. I mean maybe we have an option. I don't know exactly. We can create there. It will update in somewhere in the line level. As per my knowledge, I don't know. It won't work. It's always line transaction. Okay. It's always line transaction. You should keep in mind. Okay. So if you want to populate the DFF in the line level, okay, it's always line transaction, not this one. So it's a line invoice, it's invoice line it's showing, but it's not line invoice. Go to line transaction, go to context value. What is our context value? Prism. Okay. So now this information you can populate there. Okay. So this is my context value. So and these are the field names guys. Okay. So if you see here the attributes, just click on edit. What attribute did we have here? Interface line attribute one. So you just verify here it will be there. Interface line attribute one. Okay. Interface line attribute one. Okay. This interface line attribute one is equal to this DFF. First DFF. We have column name, table column name. So I told you right when we are doing a mapping with our integration, okay, when you created as a function as a DFF, this attribute, this table column name, you should give it to a technical team or else our SOA integration team. Then only they will map it. That information it will create front end automatically. So this is the line interface line attribute one. So recognize this, you can pass your first DFF information what it is. Okay, this is your first DFF. So here you can populate that SFDC CPQ ID and the next second attribute to third attribute. So here we have a sequence attributes. You just refer it here. We have a attribute name. Just click on it. It's a second one. Invoice number. And this is third one. Revenue starters. So as per that, against that attributes, you can populate your data. Okay, I'll show you that how the data we need to populate there. So this is my So this you can delete it guys. It says empty data, don't confuse. Okay, so this is 101, you can give 1001, sorry, or else you can give 1000. BMQ number, it's a your Salesforce CPQ guide. Let's assume it. Next revenue, it's invoice number actually. What is the second EFF? It's an invoice number. Next one is date. Okay, so that you can get it from here. This is my invoice number. This is my accounting date. The same we are going to update there. Okay. So please keep in mind here, we created the DFF, the value data type is a format. You see, value set level, this DFF value set level, it's a value validation type is a format only. That means what are the format which you are populating here? Okay, it will accept. Whether it a alphanumeric value, it's a characteristics, special characteristics, whatever it may be, system it will never bother. Because the validation type it's saying it's a format only. That means what are the user it will populate, it pass from the source system to a target system, it will accept. It won't do the any validation. Okay. What format we key in, we input the same, it will accept by the system. That is the meaning of that. Okay. Don't do the blindly. Okay. Yeah. So this is the where we can populate these three information. So then after that, I don't think so. Not required any information. If you want populate any units of measurement PO number, that you can identify and you can populate. Otherwise, I think these fields are enough from the line level to pass the data. Okay. So let me verify the PO details and then units of measurement where it will be there. So this is units of measurement. That means each one quantity you are saying, right? So this I will provide GGY. So this GGY it will convert as a each one like that in the front end. I will show you that. Next one, this you can highlight in any other color if you want. Next we have a PO number. If in the Prism ERP they have any PO for tracking, that also if you want capture over the transaction level, you can create. This is the purchase order. Sorry. Okay. PRSM, or else you can say PO. Okay. This is our PO. So now the rest of the fields are not required. So I will keep it as a hide guys. I will hide this information. I don't want this. And this is also I will hide it. So like these DFFs, you can create a number of DFFs, how many you want, depends on your customer requirement. Okay, so how many fields the DFFs your client asked, those many you can create it. So it depends on your requirement. So here I did the hide those columns. Okay, so don't confuse. We have total 15, but here it is showing 4 3. No, so I just hide those columns. Okay. So in the customer level also I'll do the same thing guys. This customer information not required for us. We have a specified columns we already populated. Edit. Okay. Okay. So any doubt here up to? I think no. Okay, and so these fields also I will keep it in a separate column for identification purpose. Okay. Yeah. So again, I'm explaining these fields. It's a line level fields. Okay, so it's our business unit identifier. We get it from the business unit task. This is our BU name. This is our source. We created in the application. The same we copy. This is our transaction name. It's our payment of the transaction date, accounting date. It's an invoice number which is there in our Prism ERP. The same we are populating. Our bill to customer, ship to customer, and then these are our line information. Okay. So next, this is our transaction details, amount, and these are our DFF files. That's it. And this is our PO information. Okay. So this is the way we can fill our line level data. Okay. Now we move to our distribution. So please keep in mind in real time. Okay. This distribution it's not a mandatory, guys. Okay. Without a distribution also, yes, you can able to create, you can able to load the invoices. This distribution it will taken care by our auto accounting rule. Okay, if your customer, your client, if he is asked to pass the data, your distribution, yes, you can pass it. The combination, the accounting which you given, it will accept the same. But if they want to maintain this accounting information in the BDA template or some source system to Fusion, okay, they can define that accounting combination, accounting rules in our auto accounting rule. It will taken care by automatically. So it will create the combination automatically with the help with the help of our auto accounting rule. It's not required to pass the distribution. Okay. So for invoices, mostly we will pass it, but credit memo 100% it's not required to populate the distribution at all. Okay. But anyway, it's a complete depends on the requirement. We will pass it. Okay. Let's create this DFF, sorry, distribution values. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. So here also you just unhide the fields. Yes, that we already did. So this identifier BU name, you can copy it from your first sheet, line level sheet. Okay. So next, we are going to populate only this revenue account. So you want to know the abbreviation of this, you just put a cursor here. So here it will be showing in detail what is the short word of this. So RU means revenue, freight tax, receivable charge account, unbilled receivable, unearned revenue. Okay. So these things and all you can specify. So here when you are passing the same line transaction amount, so here what is the line transaction amount? It's a 95,000 something it is there. Okay, so whether you want to pass the same amount in the distribution, yes, you can specify this amount column. Otherwise you simply pass the percentage is 100%. Okay, system automatically it will identify that invoice amount, total amount, and it will apply to the your distribution. It will consider, it's not required to pass the amount. Either you can pass amount or else either you can pass only the respective percentage. It's not required to pass both. If you pass both, system it will throw the error. Okay, this you can put it here. So the next one, this accounted amount in ledger currency, these things and all not required. And the next one, these three key flex field. Okay, so this context value, it's a main important. So I told you, right? So how the system it will map this line information to this distribution. So with the help of this DFF only. That's where to load these values in our Fusion application by using this auto invoice import, this DFF value as a mandatory here. Okay. So that's where without DFF system it won't accept. So we cannot able to load the single transaction by using this auto invoice template. So you have to create line level 1 DFF, then only it will work. Otherwise, we cannot able to load the single transaction. Okay. This you can delete it. Yes. So the next one, we can pass the distribution combination. Okay. 1 minute, where is the context? It's here. Okay. So from here, your account code combination you should populate. Okay. So let me delete this, the sample record. Okay. So now what we need to populate here, it's a revenue account, right? So let me unhide these columns. Anyway, we are not going to populate. Go to your transaction type in the application, or else you can go to here as well. చూడండి మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతారు. Sorry, you guys will confuse. Give me a minute. Let's go to transaction type. To the task screen, manage transactions. Go to respective transaction type, Prism invoice. So here what combination we passed the revenue account, the same you can copy there. Go to distributions. This is the value. So total how many segments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So these 9 segments you can convert as a TXT format. Okay. This you can put as a text format. Otherwise, it will be taking as a numbers. We cannot able to update the each record. So intercompany is not required actually. Or else you can give us intercompany, no problem. We'll see later. So it will be here. So usually we will not pass that intercompany value. We load this configuration through RI sheet, so it taken automatically. That's it. Okay. You better to take this default value. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So this is the way you can populate your respective distribution information in the distribution sheet. Okay. So this is the one. So BU identifier, business unit name, your revenue account, REV revenue only. Okay. The total amount percentage and your DFF values. The same you can copy here, the line level DFF, and you can paste here. Okay. Then after that, your accounting information you can enter it. That's it. So it's not required to populate anything other than this. Okay. So the next, the data preparation is done. Then we can convert this data as a zip file and we can load into the application, guys. That's it. Okay. Okay. It's a final review. You can review it if something is missing or not. Okay. So I think I provided all the information correctly only. Yeah, that's it, guys. Is there any description here? Okay. So let's go to instruction CSV generation file. We can load this. But before that, what you need to do in your application, somewhere you can create a one folder for loading. Okay. Okay. So within this specific path only, you can save your zip file. Okay. Just click on generate CSV file. So here we have a bottom. There we have a loading invoice. You can save them. Okay. So I think here there is no sample data. So once you converted your record, this zip file, your A column will be hidden, guys, automatically. Okay, it will be hidden automatically. A column, identified columns will be hidden. But whenever you want change it, update it, you can unhide and you can change it. Okay, so this A column will be hidden, so you can unhide whenever you want. Okay, okay. So now let's go to the application, so you can load into the database. Go to navigator, tools, schedule process. I am doing directly from interface program load interface file. I am not using the UCM server. If you are using UCM server, that is also possible. You can do it, but that is a bit lengthy process. Okay. So load interface file for import. Okay. Just click on OK. So here we have to select that import process job. So I told you, right? So here, if you don't know the process job name in our everyday template where you downloaded, right, in the docs.rkl.com. So here itself it will be there, import auto invoice. So the same we can select here. Okay, this is the one, and you can copy this, select the data file, go to upload new file, click on browse. Okay, so just go to Kubato loading invoice. So this is the file which we saved here. Okay, so this is the time you can check it, timestamp. Okay, just click on open, click on OK. So now we are moving the data, okay, through our interface table. Okay, so with the help of this program, we are loading the data into interface. Once the data is loaded successfully in the interface, now again we have to move the data to interface to base table by running this program again. Okay, I will show you that. Now we are loading the data into interface table. Just click on submit. Okay, so what are the data you loaded? Automatically the data it will go to the interface tables. So if you observe here, we have a two load file to interfaces are coming. Okay, I'll show you that. So why these two files only it is coming? Because if you go to our 1 minute, if you go here, we have a data in our two sheets only, interface and distribution charts. So that is the reason why, okay, we are able to see two load files in the interface program. So load file to interface, load files interface. These two interface table data only system it is loading to our application. Those two tables, interface lines are interface distributions also. So these two table, by using this program, we are pushing the data into that respective interface tables. Okay, that's where we are able to see two programs, sub programs. If we are loading this sales credit and interface contingency also, again two more programs, sub programs, it will come into the picture. So please keep in mind. So again, the data it is successfully loaded into the interface. Now here I want to highlight one more thing, guys. Okay, if you want to see the interface data, okay, let me check. I don't know whether it will come or not at this stage. 90% it will come. If you go to billing, we have a task pen. Here we have a manage auto invoice line. So by using this, you can able to see the data from interface, and you can able to correct the data interface, and you can re-upload it from there itself instead of running this program again. So this is the credentials. I will try, guys. I can able to see, I think. Let me check. Okay. So this is the interface ADFD spreadsheet. What are the data it is available in our interface table? We can review it. We can view it from this particular spreadsheet. Okay, you can select our BU. Click on OK. Select line. Okay, you can select our source. So Prism ERP. So I showed errors with no, but let's search the records whether we are able to find the interface level. See here. So we have a line level data, it's a distribution level data. See. So everything it will be there in our interface. So here, if you want change it, if you want update amount, whatever it may be, you can update and you can load it. It is possible. So okay, if in case your interface level some issues you got, instead of deleting this file by using the load interface file, I mean to say purge program after running also, maybe base table level you may get error. So that error records everything it will be there in your interface level. Here you can correct it. You can repass that information. Okay. See here. Such a record will be there. Okay. Payment only. Okay. So this information it will be there, and here if you are updating something you are loading directly from here, you can use this triangle symbol. If you want delete the data from interface, use the bubble icon. Double click. If you click on upload, it will be deleted from the interface. Okay, again I am repeating. If you load the data with update with the changes by error by once you run the, so now what I am going to do, will run the import auto invoice program again now. Okay, sorry. Okay, so now once I run, maybe staging level you may get lot of issues. So that issue system it will give the execution report in detail error and all it will give. That error you can identify here what is missing, what data you provided wrongly, that you can update and select this triangle symbol changed icon. You can upload it for updating. the data it is not editable at this moment. We have to pass it from the everyday template. You want to delete this data again, you want to pass it correct information, use the bubble icon. This bubble icon will be deleted. Delete the data from interface. Okay, this changed. This is for updating the new record. So please keep in mind, these are very, very important. Okay. Okay. So now, so this is for just your information, guys. Very, very important in interview. 100% they will stress you on this particular thing. If I want to change the any data from the interface level, how you can do it by using this auto invoice line. Please keep in mind. It's a very, very important. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm going to move the data from interface to base table. So now, as of now, what I did, I just load the data. I moved from my interface. My interface level, I moved data successfully. Even that I can able to see in the interface level also. Now I am moving the data interface to base table. Okay, just click on OK. So what are the processes of which you selected there? The same you can select here. So this is my BU. So source is not this. Prism one you can select. Prism ERP date today date only. So now in our template at this moment we have only one transaction type, Prism invoice. If we have a two types, 10 types, like Prism invoice, even including debit memo, credit memo. So at that time, you can pass this as a blank because it's a mixed transaction type file we have that we are loading data from interface to base based on the source, not a transaction type. In this case, you can keep a blank. So now at this moment, we have only one transaction type. That's the reason why I'm using the సేమ్ సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే మనకి ఇప్పుడు మన టెంప్లెట్ లో ఒకటే ఉంది ఇది ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ టైప్ ఓకే సో కాబట్టి నేను ఒకటి ఇస్తున్నాను ఇక్కడ ఇఫ్ ఇన్ కేస్ మల్టిపుల్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనుకో ఇది బ్లాంక్ ఇవ్వాలి ఎందుకంటే ఆ షీట్ లో అన్ని ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ టైప్స్ టుగెదర్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఇస్తే ఒకదానికే మనకి ఇన్వాయిస్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది మిగతా స్కిప్ అయిపోతుంది సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వై we should keep blank if you have a multiple transaction type in our zip file. Okay, so let's select the transaction type. Prism invoice. So customer accounting date, these things and all not required. So you can keep it as it is same. Okay, just click and submit. 5935. So it will take time to complete this process. So see here, this is our main program. It's our sub program execution report. Okay. So here I want to highlight one more thing. So this particular import auto invoice execution job, it will always showing as a succeeded mode, succeeded status, sorry. Okay, it's always show success only, succeeded only. Okay, so that means whether it is data is loaded or it's not loaded, it's a failed or it's a warning or it's a blank, it's always showing as a this execution report, import auto invoice execution report always showing as a succeeded mode. So don't consider by seeing the status, yes, my data is loaded successfully. No, the program itself, it's a design like that. By seeing the execution report only, we will get to know our data is loaded or not. So until unless, don't consider yes, our data is loaded successfully into our application. Okay. So just click on this. Here you can click on direct this null. It will open within the ESR job itself. We better to go republish. Click on a PDF or HTML. So recently they updated this color. Earlier it's a white only, it will come. So now we can see interface line selected one, successfully processed one, distribution one, successfully processed one. So there is no errors. So here nothing. So if you errors, you can able to see that error message, everything you can able to see here. Okay. By seeing this, you can rectify the error within your interface itself. So here you can correct that error. Again, you can resubmit from here itself. It's not required to go do the purging again. And again, you can load the data into load interface file. Then again, you can run the load import data invoice. No, it's not required. If you know the error, if you can able to edit it from this interface, see the error message, correct the record, upload it again here. So how many times you want, you can do it. Okay. Yeah. So that is the way we can see total amount is this. Okay. Yeah. So now you can go and verify in the front end. Okay. So we have only one record, right? So that's where it is showing only one record. So we have one distribution and then one interface slides. The same it is updated. So let's go and check in the application. Go to go to billing, receivables billing, manage transactions, select the today date, transaction class as invoice, transaction type as a, or else you can select the source. Is it Prism ERP? Yeah, click on search. See. So this is the way we can load the data into application, guys. So our AR transaction is created, the complete status. Okay. If you pass the correct information with all the details, 100% your AR transaction, AR sales invoice, it will create with a complete mode only. So if you are not giving the proper 100%, yes, it may create with incomplete mode. So see here, I'm not using any document sequence. I'm using my source invoice number, so date, and this is my currency fields. And this is my payment term. It's my sold to customer, bill to customer. So see here, for our customer case, I told you right. So we are passing the values, not a names. So that value it is converting as a our name in the front end. That's what it is there in our uh, transaction source. Let me show you that. So these are very important, guys. Okay. So I worked on this import data invoice programs for two integration extensively. So I know little bit very good knowledge, not that much proficient, but I know. So because of that only I am explaining in detail. It is very helpful to you. See here what customer information I told value. So if you pass ID, that ID it will become a transaction name or sorry, become a customer name in the front end. So we pass the IDs or values in the here values, that values become a name in the front end. That's where we need to use this IDs and all. That is the use of that. Okay. So this is our description, quantity, amount, total amount. So if you go to details, so here you can able to see our DFF information. See here. This is the DFF which we populated in our template. See line level. Sorry, not this one. This is the one, blue color. Okay, Prism ERP. This is context value. So this we created as our DFF, context DFF. say PQID, invoice number, these things. So this we have to adjust it, guys. I given very less name. Okay, so you can increase this in a DFF level. I given size as a 10 characteristics box size. That's where it is showing. So you can increase it. You can able to see 10, 20 records like that. You can able to see that. Okay. So like that you can pass it to a DFF in the line level. So I created line level DFF. That's where you can able to see here. If you see the invoice line invoices, that it will create in somewhere else. I don't know where it will be there. So now go to show more. So here you can see your bill to customer, ship to customer, sold to customer, paying customer, and your payment related information. And if you are go to miscellaneous tab, here we have a PO number also. Okay. Yeah. So this is the way you can review the distribution. So this is the way we can create. So here we have cross reference number. It's our accounting columns number. Okay. Our DFF. Sorry, our accounting combination. Okay, and one more thing. So this is cross reference number. How it is updating here, while we create a source, here we are selecting reference fields as the attribute one. So what are the attribute one which we populated here as attribute number? Okay, line attributes. That attribute it will copy to the our transaction automatically. Okay. Yeah. So that's where we can do. Yeah. So this is all about our AR transaction loading, AR invoice loading. The loading process for your open AR open invoice also same process again. Nothing is different. Okay. It is very, very important if you are working for AR model for integration from billing system to AR model, and at the same time from if you are loading any open invoices, or else if you are doing integration also initial testing you have to do by using the template only. Please keep in mind. So we cannot go and build the integration directly. We cannot test it. First, we should know the what fields we need to populate. Then accordingly, we can build a mapping under. Okay. So this is very, very important. So now by seeing this video, okay, now you can able to answer easily what is the use of import auto invoice in our Oracle Fusion. Okay. So I explained very in detail. Okay. So please refer the video one or two times. Please go and practice in our demo instance and get the hands-on experience. Okay. It is very, very important, guys. Okay. Please practice it in your AR interview. If it is start in AR model, definitely they will ask this question whether you involved or not. Please prepare, practice, and you will get hands-on experience. Okay. So for credit memo related, I'll do one more video separately. So this is also very much length, I believe maybe 1 hour or something. But to give a quality of content, yeah, obviously it will take time, guys. So I will make things ready, then only I will take the videos. I will not frequently release because I don't have a time because of calls, work, okay, classes and all. Okay. So for our student, when I am teaching this process for integration, it's almost 4 hour session. Okay. So what kind of documents we need to prepare? What is our responsibility? How we can prepare mapping sheet, functional specification document. Okay, there are a lot many things it will be there. So I will take 2 day session for only this integration for our student. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and please subscribe to the Connect Thrive YouTube channel for more and more quality education videos for a good concept. Okay. And I need your support, guys. Okay. So then accordingly, I will do the more videos like such a concepts. Okay. And I'm going to start the new batch next month. Okay, next month. So if any of your friends or colleagues are interested to join or connect through technologies to start their career as an Oracle Fusion Financials, please refer them. Okay, so our institute it will be there in Hyderabad only, so you can give a call. Okay, so I will share the location and you can come and talk and you can meet me directly. So accordingly we can go. Okay, so thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching and thanks for your support. So that's it for today. Have a good day. Thank you.